ਚੰਗਿਆਈਆਂ ਬੁਰੀਆਈਆਂ ਵਾਚੈ ਧਰਮ ਹਦੂਰ. ਚੰਗਿਆਈਆਂ ਬੁਰੀਆਈਆਂ, goodness and badness. Vacha means that your account is being read out. And where is your account being read out? In Taram Hadur, in the court, in the presence of the king of Taram, Taram Raja. Changiya buriyaya vache Taram Hadur. Goodness and badness are read out and judged in the presence of the king of righteousness, Taram Raja. If we contemplate our existence, we naturally begin to question the meaning and the purpose of our life. What should our purpose be? If we are nothing but flesh and blood and air, then what is our purpose here? What is worthy of doing? When we realize that life is so futile, then we begin to think, what do we do? Here Guruji mentions good deeds and bad deeds immediately after day and night. And this is a reflection of how we work. Day is where we go out and do all the things that are deemed to be good. Everything that we know as intrinsically good, we do out in the open, in public, for everyone to see and everyone to congratulate us. Anything that we are not proud of, we do in secrecy, in the darkness of the night, in the quietness of our own being. And that includes our actions and our thoughts and our words and our intentions. Good deeds are done openly in the day, and bad deeds are done privately in this metaphorical night. But our own conscience knows it all. And here Guruji says that at some point all of these things are going to be accounted for. The actions are judged by Taram Raja. So this brings us to the awareness of death, that at some point we all have to die. We're all destined to come to an end. So we need to be aware of our actions during our limited time on earth. And what we need to be aware of is that all of our actions have consequences, some of which we're aware of and some of which we will never be aware of. The Guru is saying that what you do here counts in your day and in your night, in public and in private, in action and in thought. All of it matters, all of it adds up. This is why early religions were so focused on doing good deeds and acts to purify themselves. Guru Nanak Dev Ji changed the focus from acts of purity into being pure, from external actions to inner awakening. So here Guruji creates room for us to introspect and reflect on our own personal responsibility. How have you lived so far? What have you done with your body? What do you feel needs to be improved? And who have you been listening to in order to decide what priorities to have in life? Who have you been listening to? How do you know what to prioritize and what not to prioritize? This introspection is an integral part of your own understanding, because this path is a path about you realizing what you are. Man tu jot sarup hai apna mool pachan. O mind, O self, you are the embodiment of light. Recognize your own being. So we have to not shy away from understanding our own behaviors. Most of us would feel quite uncomfortable sitting down for half an hour in a silent room with nothing to distract us, with our eyes closed, being left alone with our own thoughts. For some reason, just being with our own selves scares us, as though somehow we're going to get eaten away or destroyed by our own void, like within us is some black hole, and if we spend too long staring at it, that we're going to get consumed within it. What we don't realize is that's the point. Go within yourself. Allow your mind to be consumed. Because what is left is not something that's empty. What you get is everything that you've been missing out on. Where you've understood your own identity as being limited to your body and your mind, now you go into that permanent identity. This is the stages that was covered from Dharamkhand all the way to Sachkhand. That your final identity is that you identify with everything. Where the stars and the planets are being created, that is who you are. How do you achieve this? Start by understanding your actions, your thoughts, your intentions, your words, your motivations, and your precedents that you've set in your own life of who you think you are. Review your perception of what you are. Karmi apo apani ke nede ke dur. Karmi apo apani. Karmi means your actions. Apo apani, by each and every one of your own actions. Karmi apo apani, by each and everyone's actions. Ke nede, some are near. Ke dur, some far. According to your choices of how you are going to live your life, you will create your actions. And those actions will decide whether you are closer or you are further away from your bliss. So your way of living consciously in awareness of that one, will decide how near or how far you can be from it. This is what the law of karma really means. That your actions have consequences, and those consequences are towards yourself. Your actions determine your experience of your own divinity. We have to remember that it's going to be really easy to look at these lines and translate them from a dualistic paradigm. That when we die, someone is going to judge us, and by that judgment we shall be made near to God, or we shall be banished and pushed far away from God. Like you will be ascended to heaven or descended down to hell. But the reality of Ik Onkar has taught us that you are never far away from God. You are God. It is you. It is you at the very core of you. So you can never be away from God, but your awareness can be light years away. So ultimately, if we look at the conclusion from the last verse and this Salok, it's one of being aware of your actions. The last verse was all about your efforts. Jat pahara tiraj sunyar. Having self-restraint, patience, a receptive mind. It's all about how you conduct yourself. And this verse, again, Guruji has made the most important thing about your actions. Karmi apo apani. By your own choices, you're going to determine whether you're near or whether you're far. So this is a very practical way for Guruji to sum up that living in this material world whilst being here, whilst playing amongst it, while being a part of it, don't forget your purpose. Don't forget your path towards your own discovery, your self-realization. What is the greatest action that can be done? Jinni naam tyaya gaye mashakkat kaal. Who have meditated on the name. Those who have meditated. Jinni naam tyaya gaye mashakkat kaal. Mashakkat means difficult efforts. Kaal means to earn those difficult efforts, to go through the labor and do the hard work, to earn that difficult and to do that difficult job. Jinni naam tyaya gaye mashakkat kaal. Those who have meditated on Naam depart by laboring in difficult efforts. How has Guruji started this verse? By reminding us that the world is temporary and that we are temporary within it. And within this temporary world, mankind has a role, and that role is to realize your true nature. That is the purpose that you're here to fulfill. Guru Nanak Dev Ji is suggesting that your intentions, your thoughts, your words and your actions determine how you will perform. But the most supreme way to live is to underpin all of those actions with the awareness of the One. Make the awareness, the realization of God consciousness, your deep, most rooted intention. Make that the intention of what your life is about, what you are here to achieve. Ask yourself some very honest questions. At the root of what I'm here to do, what is it that I'm trying to achieve? Every day when I wake up in the morning, what am I trying to do? Am I trying to just live the most comfortable life? Most of us live life as though it's a prison sentence. We know that we're on death's row. We know that at one day our time is coming. But while we're locked here and we can't get away from our death row sentence, let's just make our prison cell as comfortable as possible. Let's make our life as pleasurable as possible. Ask yourself, is this what I believe is my purpose? Is this what I'm here to do? And it's not a question of judgment. It's not a question of looking down on someone. Just ask yourself, what am I trying to achieve? Who am I listening to? Who is deciding what is my intention? Guru Nanak Dev Ji saying is make the realization of Naam your deep-rooted intention. Your intentions lead to your thoughts. Your thoughts don't just come out of nowhere. Your thoughts come from a deep-rooted perception of what you think you are and where you think you're going. So if your intention is Naam, then it will give rise to the thoughts of Naam. Your thoughts determine your words, what you say you're going to be doing. And if your thoughts are of Naam, then your words will be of Naam. And your words give birth to your actions. You don't just do an action, you first think about it, you talk about it, you analyze it, and then you do the action. If your intention is Naam, your thought is Naam, your word is Naam, then your action will be Naam. And we struggle to understand, after learning so much from the Guru, why we're not able to do Naam Simran in our life. Because we're focusing on the final thing, which is the action of Naam. But the action of Naam, we've noticed that no matter how well-intentioned it is, no matter how much we are inspired and we say, I'm going to do Naam Simran and I'm going to wake up early, it lasts for a short period and then eventually we go back to our old ways. But that's because you're trying to address the last step. You first have to address, what is my deep-rooted intention for life? Because if your deep-rooted intention is just to be comfortable, If your deep-rooted intention is to surround yourself with pleasures, then waking up at Amrit Vela is not a pleasure. It feels like a chore. Staying in bed is a greater pleasure. That's why it's difficult, because we have to decide what is it that we are here to do. So first decide who is it that you want to be. Make that choice, make that decision. Who do I want to be? What am I here for? If you're honest and say, I'm here to live a comfortable life, then live a comfortable life. Don't pretend to yourself and others that you're a student of the Guru. Because the student of the Guru is taking his wisdom from the Guru. The student of the Guru is asking the Guru, you tell me what is the best way to live. If you look like a student, but you don't act like a student, then don't fool yourself. Be honest with yourself and say, this is not what I'm here to do. If you're enticed by the message of the Guru, then your naam has to go very deep. The intention has to be there. Your thoughts have to be Naam Simran. Your words have to be Naam Simran. Every conversation you have with someone should be an expression of that Naam. And then you will be able to live Naam with every action.